Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
It's Coffee and time here on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us on Friday morning. It's August 2nd. My name's Joe Callahan, and at the Coffee and table with me this morning, Dave Richards is here. Good morning to you, Dave.
Hey, what do you know?
A little later on, we're going to be joined by Meg Rigo to talk about the Levitt Amp Woonsocket Music concert tonight at River Island Art Park, and we expect Rich Elaine to join us at the Coffee and table today as well to talk about the events going on at Post 85.
But first,
this.
A message from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, what do you see in your inbox from the Chamber, Dave?
The events list, Joe.
Ah, okay.
The events list from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, and we have events coming up, of course, like coming up next week.
It's August, so yes.
Is it next week? No, it's the week after. I'm sorry, it's the week after. It's I'm looking at Wednesday, August 14th.
That's a week from this coming Wednesday.
Here at the station, we are always working on stuff and pre-preparing things, so sometimes you forget what date today is because you've been working on the 5th and the 6th and the 7th. So anyway, it's there it is. So yeah, on Wednesday the 14th is the Business is Brewing Networking Pop-Up, and it's at the Providence Brewing Company. The Rhode Island Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is joining the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce in this effort. It's from 5 to 7 and sponsored by Coastal Credit Union, it says here, on the poster that you would have. And, of course, if you're getting it in your email box like I do because I'm a member, then you have the little friendly-looking button to click on and register. And then coming up in September, we've got the Lessons in Leadership Luncheon coming up. Tell you more about that a little later. That's at Providence College. The executive golf outing, I think that's just about ready to close off, but you might be able to sneak in. It's September 17th, and that's at Kirkbrake Country Club. Very, very popular venue for that. And then coming up in October, Bolden Business Breakfast is coming up. As in the fall, they get back to the breakfast meetings of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. And, of course, whenever the legislature is in session, they're down there keeping a weather eye peeled on all the mischief that's being proposed at the legislature in Providence, as that's your advocacy in action. Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, you wouldn't believe what a great return of investment it is to belong to that. I've been a member ever since I owned the company. This company was a member of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce before I even joined the company, way back. In the 60s and 50s. You got it. So it's long-time members and very, very pleased about our membership with the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. You can be a member, too, even if you just have a little side hustle. Believe me, they prorate the dues. If you're small, you don't pay a lot, so you're all set. But you still get all the member benefits that even the big ones do. Okay? All right. Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, 334-1000.
All right, Dave, very good. Of course, talk about things going on in the news and things that are happening here in Woonsocket.
Joe, you kidding me? Come on.
No, we got good news out of the city of Woonsocket. We have a new human services director.
We do,
and this is good. This is good news.
Yeah, that is really is. It is good news. I was going to bring this up when Meg Rigo joins us in a few minutes.
Well, we can
because. Our new Human Services Director here in Woonsocket is a close personal friend of both myself and Meg Rigo.
Oh, okay.
Someone that we've known and admired for a long time. And I just could not be happier. If this is what this lady wants, by golly, I am just delighted that she gets it. Now, Margot Morisseau, you've probably heard the name before. She is a person with deep feelings and an even deeper heart. She has always been trying to help people her entire adult life. And 20 years she's been in the senior level human services operative here, having worked for organizations like the Rhode Island Coalition to End Homeless, the Economic Progress Institute, and NeighborWorks Blackstone River Valley, which is how we kind of got the chance to know her. And she's been a right hand, especially in the early forming years of the Levitt Amp concert series, along with Meg. and of course the new Leaders Council of Rhode Island. Uh, Margot Morisseau is going to be our Human Services Director, and her first day in the job is Monday.
Wow, it's coming up quick.
Monday, August 5th.
Take the weekend off and hit the ground running on Monday, huh?
You ain't kidding. But I think this is a great thing for the city of Woonsocket.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Now, a lot of very competent people with great credentials and deep concerns and desire to help have been our Human Services Director over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you that I have absolute confidence that Margot is going to distinguish herself and our city with her work in this job. I really, really do. I felt so good when I saw this press release come out of the mayor's office yesterday. She will be, of course, an emergency resident assister for people, aid to displaced residents, coordinating the city's senior center on repairs and maintenance, assisting elderly and veterans, working with agencies focused on homelessness and opioid addiction, and securing human services grants. All of this stuff she's been doing.
in her
And she will now
downtime.
do it for all of us.
And when you have nothing better to do some grants.
And just a marvelous person
Yes.
with an incredible pizza recipe.
That's fantastic. So we're happy here for Margot.
I think it's a family recipe, actually. Yes.
All right. The other thing with Woonsocket in the news today, Channel 10's got the story. If you want to go read it, to turnto10.com. The results of the investigation into the land deal here in Woonsocket on Mendon Road with Woonsocket's former mayor are in. And you can also read the entire report. It's on the city's website because it's going to be
To get to it on the city's website, you have to go look up the city council. And the city council meetings.
'Cause it's on
City
the
council
agenda.
meetings agendas.
Yeah.
Scroll down the agenda into new business, and it's about the third or fourth down.
Mm-hmm.
And thereafter, somebody using the parks and things like that. And there is an attachment. If you're getting it online, you can click and look at the entire report. The entire report is annotated. It, too, has attachments of documents that are referred to in the
Wow.
report.
Okay.
It is lengthy.
Mm-hmm.
Took me 45 minutes to read just the report when it came in yesterday, because I knew it was coming.
So
and I
set
felt,
aside some time.
I felt that it was part of my job here to know what was in the report.
Mm-hmm.
I was not happy reading the report. I was not pleased reading the report. I looked at it and I said to myself, my goodness, we've got to get past all this somehow, because this is not a happy
Now,
time.
that's your opinion, Dave, right?
That's my opinion reading
Right.
the report.
Yes.
I just told you what I was saying to myself while I was reading the report
Okay.
and why I
And you weren't
wasn't
happy
happy
with it.
reading the report.
Gotcha. All right.
Because, Joe, I know this sounds cliche, and I'm sorry, but it's the easiest and fastest way to express it. I love this city.
Okay.
I really do. This is where I've made my home and my living all my adult life. And this is where I found my successes and my failures. And Woonsocket is just part of me. And I want the best for this city, and I'm proud of this city. And I love bragging about it when I go to places. And sometimes I can't brag about everything that happens here in Woonsocket.
All right, because sometimes it takes it on the chin.
Yeah.
And this is
every
one of those
community-
times.
Every community goes through this.
Yeah.
Every community goes through this, but we're going through it, and it's not an easy time. So, because I'm the kind of guy like Charlie Baldelli, who has his 91st birthday on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
who goes around saying the great city of Woonsocket. Because you really, I was taught self-respect when I was growing up, and if you live someplace, you don't have to be proud of every little thing. Obviously, there's good and bad everywhere. It's a good city, but it's a city, which means there's a lot of people here who don't share the same love and self-respect for the city that you do. So you have to learn to get along with them and live alongside of them and do your work to make things have a positive outcome. And when the negative things come along, you have to just deal with them and try to get by them. And we're doing that now. I think that this report, as much as I was not in favor of the report, because I was so tired of all the things that I saw that really needed fixing, in my opinion, things that I observed, things that people confided in me that I didn't personally observe. And I saw all this, and it troubled me greatly. And right down to me questioning whether or not we should be broadcasting the city council meetings live because they were just an embarrassment for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness that period of time, it's getting better, we'll put it that way. So I don't question myself anymore on that. Because, I mean, why would you hold your dirty laundry up on the front porch for everybody to observe? You know, you would put it in the backyard, right?
Normally, yes.
Right. Normally people would. And so I always felt that we were better off, not throwing our dirty laundry up for all of our neighbors to enjoy.
Well, it's going to be out there now for at least through the weekend.
Yes, and that's not how John Ward planned it, according to what he had told me about his plans on the release. He originally planned for it to be put on the agenda, discussed at the meeting, and he would release a statement on his feeling of the findings just before the meeting on Monday in the afternoon.
Okay.
Then he would repeat that at the open meeting. And all of this happened after last Monday when in a closed workshop, not open to the public, all the city councilors got a copy of it and a chance to read it and discuss it in private.
Right.
So I thought that was a fairly level-headed way to go about it. But the fly in the ointment is the open meetings law. And if you say that you're going to talk about it and there is a document, the document by right has to be attached to the agenda when the agenda is posted in public.
48 hours before the meeting.
At least 48 business hours before the meeting. Well, it's not 48 business hours, but you get the idea.
Which is why it's on the website right now.
For our Monday night meeting, our agenda has to be posted at close of business on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And it did come out at 5:01 yesterday.
Okay.
I know the city hall closes at 4 o'clock, but the city clerk don't go home until she posts it on the state Secretary of State's website and our city website.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is happening. It's routine, and that's the way it goes. But the rules are you have to attach the document to the item on the agenda. And so the timing didn't work.
The public can view it.
So what happens? Now we get a chance to see it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I read it beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
Took me 45 minutes just to get through the opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's detailed. It's methodical.
That's
it's
what the lawyers do.
chronological. it's well thought out.
Yeah.
I mean, each point is discussed and a conclusion reached, and then another point is brought up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an easy read if you love Woonsocket, because you're looking at things that you really wish hadn't happened. But at the same time, my emotions were that I wish that we hadn't had the report, but my intellect tells me that this is part of the process of getting by it and moving on and not doing this stuff again.
Okay. They'll still talk about it at Monday's meeting.
Well, they will, because it's on the agenda, and that will be the official talk. But all day today, people are talking about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Channel 10 TV was the only local station that I know of that actually put it on last night.
Mm-hmm.
And they put it in their news. I have to tell you, after reading the report, Channel 10's report is not, well, I can see where they could have done better on the report, but you know, when you're doing something as massive as that,
Yeah, and condense it down into 2 minutes.
right, and your news director is telling you to spend 40 seconds on that story, and you've got
that's right,
2
yeah.
minutes, and you've spent hours cutting it down. So that's bound to happen. So my comment on Channel 10 story is that the fact that Channel 10 put it on the air last night is news.
Mm-hmm.
We covered Channel 10 putting it on the air last night as news. I didn't put the report on because you can't put the report on as a single story in a newscast.
You'd still be reading it.
Right. You'd still be reading it 45 minutes later, and people would have all gone away and shut it off. So time constraints kept us from doing our own story on it. But what some people are catching on to, thank goodness, is that Coffee Ann is different than a newscast. You'll hear things on Coffee Am that you won't hear on a newscast. Why? Because of editorial decisions. And here on Coffee Am, we could spend more time talking about it.
Right.
And the conclusion, by the way, if you're just catching up to all of this, is that the report on the Mendon Road real estate purchase that was so much in the news before and figured into all the controversy with former Mayor Lisa Baldelli Hunt, the report was released. The council saw it. It was publicly released by law yesterday afternoon with the agenda. We read it. It concludes that from all evidence the investigator could find, which did not include any discussions with former Mayor Lisa Baldelli Hunt or the seller of the land, Ray Bork, they both refused to cooperate with this investigation. So without their input, all the input that the investigator was able to find indicated that this was a deal that Mayor Lisa Baldelli Hunt made without the city council, and she intentionally kept it from the city council, is the conclusion of the report.
By the lawyer that made this came up with
That's
this
right.
investigation.
Who was a former
right.
U.S. attorney, if I remember correctly.
Yes. All right, we're going to take a break here in the Coffee and program. More coming your way, and we're going to talk to Meg Rigo as well. But a second message from the Chamber of Commerce, please, Dave.
Oh, yes. 3349. Sorry, 334-1000 is the telephone number. They don't answer it till 9 o'clock, so wait till 9 o'clock and the program's over, then call the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce and find out how the Chamber can work hard for you.
All right, thanks, Dave.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hi, this is John Ward, candidate for mayor of Woonsocket. My campaign has started. I've already met many of you while walking the city. You understand what's been happening to our city and want change. I do too. I'm asking for your vote on primary day, Tuesday, September the 10th. Every single vote on September the 10th will be important. I hope you'll visit my website, wardformayor.org. Learn about the issues and my plan to turn things around. Let's get past this failed and embarrassing administration. Ours is a citizens campaign. Every $5, $10, or $20 donation can help. Wardformayor.org is the place to join me. I think Woonsocket needs a fresh start. You do too. Our city mismanagement is shameful. Woonsocket must take a new direction where experience and integrity matter, where you matter. I'm John Ward, candidate for mayor, and I respectfully ask for your vote. Let's turn our city around together. Thank you.
Paid for by Friends of John Ward. Only 2 nights left. It's the 2024 Holy Trinity Parish Carnival on the parish grounds at Park Square in Woonsocket today through Saturday night. Relive memories, make new ones. Starts at 6 p.m. each night. Plus, a ride all the rides, pay one price matinee tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 5. All your favorite parish games and Rockwell Amusements nightly. Great food with Cuisine Ronaldo with all your carnival favorites including dynamites and sausage sandwiches, plus Spanish cuisine and food trucks, alien ice and bugged out barbecue, classroom bingo, follow the signs in back of the big slide, plus live entertainment with the Bad Habits Band. Get your tickets now for the big drawings of $500 worth of Rhode Island lottery tickets and split the pot 50-50, drawing live on the radio Saturday night at 10 p.m. It's 2 more nights and 1 great afternoon of summertime fun at the Holy Trinity Parish Festival, ending tomorrow night. Don't miss it.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
WOON Woonsocket Radio, ON AM and FM.
It's Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us.
Now, let me introduce a personal friend and former work partner of the new Human Services Director for the City of Woonsocket. This is Meg Rigo.
Not the new Human Services Director of the City of Woonsocket, just a friend of the person appointed to that. Yes, hello,
Yes,
everyone.
a friend, a personal friend, and former work partner.
There we go. As long as everyone's hearing that correctly, call her, not me, with your personal concerns.
And you'll find at least a sympathetic and well-trained ear.
Exactly. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Meg. How
Hey,
are
Meg.
ya? The Megster's here.
Yay! Happy Levitt Day.
Happy
Yeah.
11th Day, week number 6. Am I correct in that?
No, this is 7.
7, sorry.
Number
That's
7.
All right, that's
Remember,
right.
10 is included.
That's right.
Okay.
So tonight it's C.J. Chenier and the Red Hot. How do you say that? again?
Louisiana.
Louisiana band. Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
yeah.
go. And C.J. he's been up on stage with some pretty big acts, Meg.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited for this band. In the music industry, so they tell me there's things called good gets in terms of artists, and this is one of the biggest gets
A good
that
get.
we've had in Woonsocket in our 6 years of doing this. CJ is, they call him the Prince of Zydeco, not to be confused with the King of Zydeco, who is his dad, Clifton Senior. And he has performed with Paul Simon, with Ray Parker Jr. He does, from the little carnival that happens to great big festival shows. I've seen CJ a few times at the Rhythm and Roots Festival down in Ninigret, and he just puts on a party. And so I know we've done a lot of outreach because there's lots of Zydeco groups in this area, people that go around and they dance wherever the Zydeco bands are.
Oh,
and
great.
so I think there's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of dancing happening in the park tonight.
And entering the studio right now while you're talking, Meg, is a big fan of Zydeco music and a guy who I know is planning on being there. Rich Elaine, the Rooster, is here in the studio. Good morning, Rich.
Good morning. Good morning. Morning,
He's been
Meg.
waiting all season for tonight.
Absolutely. I talked to Meg last night a little bit, or yesterday, right, Meg? About I can't wait.
He did, and Rich is such a fan of Zydeco that in addition to being there tonight.
Yeah. Well, you hear me screaming IE a lot.
You bringing your washboard with you?
Yeah. Maybe.
I want you to bring your squeeze box. Come on.
Squeeze box. All right. So CJ's been all over the world playing the deep roots of irresistible rhythm of Americana music to audiences everywhere. So we're looking forward to having the Red Hot Louisiana band tonight, and
Louisiana.
and a good open, and the opening acts from Rhode Island. Is it Stefan
Yeah.
Couture?
Couture.
Couture? How do you say
Stefan
that, Meg? How
Couture.
Uh,
do you say it, Meg?
We're going to have to let Stefan tell us how we say it. Couture is how
No,
I would have pronounced it. but
We
my
know
French is
Stefan.
terrible.
Stefan Couture.
And the
There you
Moondog,
go.
a
Yeah.
two-piece band, soulful blend of folk rock and blues. Do you know where they're from in Rhode Island?
That's an excellent question. I do not. He just advertises himself as a Rhode Island-based band.
Yeah.
But I will
Okay.
ask him.
All right.
He is great. I've seen him at so many local breweries, and he has definitely been excited to open up for CJ Chenier. It's one of the things that's really cool is when you get these very esteemed headlining acts. Some of our local acts who are phenomenal musicians, you get to see them getting really excited about playing music with the people they're going to be playing with. They all hang out in a green room together.
Oh, yeah.
And it creates a nice opportunity or a musical moment. And so I know Stefan's excited to collaborate with CJ Chenier and be able to open up for the band. So that'll be nice to see.
All right. So would you say that do they play a type of Zydeco music too, or they play something a little different?
No, more folk
Oh,
rock,
yeah.
folk
Yeah, okay.
Americana. Really enjoyable music to listen to. So it'll be a little warm up
Yeah.
before we hop into the Zydeco.
All
And-
right.
You can only dance for so long.
And it's a simple type of pop music that, I mean, they're the perfect opening act to get people's appetites whet up for the Zydeco with Chenier in just a few minutes after the intermission, believe me. You really got a great pairing on it this week there, Mixer.
I love when that magic happens.
And the weather looks great.
Yay!
Couldn't ask for a nicer summer day and expected.
That's right.
Well, you got a 30% baseline chance. There's always a 30% chance of some sort of pop-up little shower or thunderstorm. If it happened, it would be here and gone in 10, 15 minutes. And like that. And right now, my personal opinion is ain't going to happen. So,
And we're not
because
gonna
not
leave
only
you-
do we have us, but we also have the folks over at Holy Family who are praying for good weather. And, they're really good at praying for good weather. They're really good
direct
at
line.
They got through Wednesday, and there was rain to the west of us, rain to the east of us, and no rain in Woonsocket for the whole Wednesday night, I'm telling you.
Meg,
That
tell,
is very impressive.
Meg, tell us,
Also, something else, if you just want to go on that thought a little bit more, Saturday was looking pretty bleak there for a little while, but now Saturday looks as good as today.
All right, great.
And tomorrow's a big day for so they got some connections, I think.
I think so. Meg, what food trucks will be down there tonight?
Sure. So tonight we have our favorite dessert truck, Layered with Love, with the dipped fruit. They are back. We have mac and cheese, please. I have yet to meet this truck. It sounds incredible.
Sure, if you like mac and cheese.
Yep.
On
Is
everything.
that, is that actually the name?
Mac and cheese, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No
They're
kidding.
not saying mac and cheese right now, but mac and cheese, please. They're teaching everyone some manners while also getting them cheese and macaroni, apparently. So we'll report back on them next week.
All right.
And then we have Buns Up, which anything you can put on a bun, they are serving now.
All right.
Yeah, they. I had the big soggy hot dogs from them last week, and they were superior.
You know, Dave. When I was there last week for the Levitt series, I went up to the truck to find you, and they said that you were hunting food.
I was hunting hot dogs.
You know, Meg. Just for the people that are out there that are listening right now, with C.J. Chenier coming in, one thing the people out in the Woonsocket area should know is that back in the days when they had the Mardi Gras in the Woonsocket area, that's the type of music to expect tonight.
Oh yeah, very difficult to listen to that music and not have your feet tapping. And by the way, we have an example.
Oh, you want to hear some CJ?
We have a clip.
A clip from CJ Chenier and the Louisiana.
Louisiana,
I like
Red Hot
Louisiana.
Louisiana band.
Get it
right.
right, Joe. Get it right.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
We'll play the clip.
Let's do it.
That's good stuff there, Dave.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, you're going to have your toe tapping on that one, that's for sure. Zydeco Boogaloo.
Good stuff, huh? Right, Meg?
It's great.
All right. We're looking forward to that. Did you say Layered with Love going to be down there tonight for food?
They are Layered with Love, mac and cheese, please, and Buns Up.
All right.
Our team of three.
You're, of course, the on-site bar by Ciro's and a couple of vendors down there, Lighthouse Fiber Arts and Mark Binder Books.
Yeah. Yep. And then we have a nonprofit or two, Oak Street Health, and potentially Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island. We are just really healthy in the park this evening. So
Well,
if you need
perfect.
some health support, we've got a couple nonprofits there to talk to you about that.
All right.
Plus, you can pick up copies of the Blackstone Valley, Best of the Blackstone Valley magazine right at the truck. You can see it on the screen up there and listen to a great, great show. All for free tonight.
Meg-
Yes.
Meg,
yes.
no
And these are
admission
the
charge.
expensive tickets.
All right. Meg, thanks for calling in and have a great time tonight at 11 Amp. We have it for you here on the radio and streaming on our website. And YouTube channel for the people that cannot make it down, but it's going to be a great night at River Island Art Park. Have a lot of fun tonight.
Thanks. See everyone tonight.
See you in the
Thursday.
See you later, Meg.
Have a good day.
Thanks,
So
Meg.
long.
All right, we're going to take a break here in the Coffee and Program. Time for the weather forecast, brought to you by Bank of America.
Partly sunny and hot today with a high of 92 degrees and a calm wind coming around to a southwest breeze in the afternoon. Tonight, patchy fog after 1 a.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 73 degrees. There is a small chance of a shower or thunderstorm overnight. Saturday's weather, mostly cloudy skies, high of 87, a small chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, 83, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Monday, mostly sunny and 89. Tuesday, partly sunny and 79. Wednesday, partly sunny and 74. And on Thursday, partly sunny and high near 74 again.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with sunny skies, we have 86 degrees. Bank of America, that's right, Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America NA, copyright 2024.
Wow. Can you believe Gators Pub is celebrating its 35th year in business? Maybe the key to Gators' success is our super friendly staff. Or maybe the fact that the chefs at Gators are constantly making some of the freshest and most delicious dishes around. If you've never been, come on down and check out our great lunch specials from Monday through Thursday. They also offer complimentary soup during lunch. Watch the Boston Red Sox on one of our many TVs while enjoying classic apps like fresh potato skins or our famous pita chips. Come watch a volleyball game and have a burger or one of our newest cocktail creations. Gators is located on Route 102 in North Smithfield, about 1 mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Come say hello.
Are you looking for solutions to meet your business banking needs? At Milford Federal, the longest standing community bank in the area, they offer customized solutions for commercial lending, cash management, online banking, and payment processing services. Their business banking team is committed to the growth and success of your business with local decision making and a relationship-based approach. Let Milford Federal be your banking partner. Visit them at milfordfederal.com today. Milford Federal Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 465956.
Hey, it's ON Radio's Cruisin' Bruce Palmer, and I'd love to have you join me every Saturday for the Saturday Block Party. We start at 4 o'clock when I open up the ON Music Vault for you to pick whatever you want to hear or send to somebody special. Yes, the good old radio request days are back. Join me for the Saturday Block Party, Saturdays from 4 until 7 on ON Radio and streaming online at WoonsocketRadio.com.
This segment of Coffee In is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Dave Richards and Rich Lane from Post 85. And Rich comes in on Fridays to tell us about the latest happenings and goings-on at the Post. So, Rich, what's going on at the Post?
Well, first of all, I'm real happy to hear Dave say that the weather's going to be better tomorrow. Because
Getting
tomorrow,
better.
over at the American Legion Post, we have a band, Who Made Who. And Who Made Who, even though you think it would be the Who, you know,
it's the other guys.
It's not. It's an
AC/DC.
AC/DC cover band.
Yeah.
So they're going to be live at the American Legion Post tomorrow evening. From they're going to go on stage underneath our pavilion at 7 p.m. and they're going to play till 11. So and as always, there's no cover charge down at the American Legion Post when we have our band nights on Saturdays. So if you want to listen to some AC/DC, and you know, even though I'm going to be 70 years old in November.
You are?
Yes, I like AC. I don't know. If there's any rock and roll I like to listen to, it's that hard driving stuff. And
Well, there you go.
Boy,
I mean, they've been around since the 70s, right?
yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, I know.
so you were 40 when they were
Yeah, and
starting
then
out.
some of the original members have left the
Yes,
planet
they
Earth
have.
since then,
That's and that's a
I think
shame.
I should be lucky to still be around, right? But yeah, like I said, I plan on being down there tomorrow night, listening to a little AC/DC music. So, if you got nothing to do tomorrow night, like I just said, come on by the American Legion Post between 7 and 11. Our outdoor beverage facility will be open, so get yourself something to drink, kick back, and listen to some good rock and roll.
All
I would
right.
say. Now another thing we got going on is I believe it's the Saturday afterwards, August 10th. We have another band coming in, Pieces of Eight. And I met, something, and I don't know the type of music they play, but I imagine it. Dave, you ever heard of them? Pieces
Yes.
of Eight? Okay.
That's
so-
Janis Joplin.
okay, so
Yeah.
that kind
I
of
read
music.
about it in the
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah. But anyhow, Pieces of Eight, another good band's going to come in on Saturday, August the 10th, between 7 and 11 p.m. So, as always, like I said, there's no cover charge to listen to our band, so come on down on Saturday, August 10th also, and listen to a little bit of Pieces of Eight. Now, the following Saturday, we are not going to have a band. And the reason why is because Sunday, August 18th, from 12 to 6, we are going to have our Cajun Fest. And for those of you coming out to River Island Park tonight to listen to C.J. Chenier, well, you're going to get a taste of some Zydeco and Cajun music. Well, we got it coming to the American Legion Post on Sunday, August 18th from 12 to 8. We are going to have the band Magnolia, who have been around the Rhode Island area for, God, it's got to be at least a good 30 years. And for those of you that used to go to Le Mardi Gras, that used to be around here in Woonsocket when they'd have that, Magnolia was often one of the bands that would play at the Mardi Gras festivals here in Woonsocket. So, like I said, come on, mark your calendars for Sunday, August 18th to come down and listen to Magnolia. And once again, the music is free. And also that day we're going to have Methods of a Mad Woman, which is a food truck that's going to be there, and they are going to be doing up some gumbo and some jambalaya for purchase, and some shrimp po' boy, and then we got Nessa's food truck coming down there, going to do some barbecue, so that's all going to be available for purchase. So we just plan on having a heck of a time on Sunday, August 8th. Sunday, August 18th at our Cajun Fest. So please mark that down your calendar and come down and support the local American Legion Post 85. And of course, what we do down there, we support our veterans, and we also do a lot of support for the community with our Ladies Auxiliary, with the Friends of Fairmount, and with the Sons of the American Legion. So anytime you come down there and support us, you're really helping a lot of veterans, and you're helping the Fairmount and Woonsocket community with everything we try to do out of there. One thing we do have going on down there now is we got our yearly school supply drive going on. So if you go to our website at the American Legion Post 85, all you got to do is Google us and go to our website, and you'll see a posting there for all the school items that we need. And what we do is we gather all these school items up through the month of August, and then we get in touch with the local public schools here in Woonsocket. We get in touch with the principals, and we try to schedule delivery to the schools. And in the past, we've given out like all sorts of school supplies and book bags and things like that. So any donation that you can come down and drop off at Post 85 for that is greatly appreciated to help out the school children here in Woonsocket. That some of them just don't, some of the parents, especially in today's economy, some of the parents just don't have the money to go out and buy this stuff. So, we're able to supply
Especially
it.
if you have multiple kids.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And I'll tell you, and people say, they should be able to go out and buy this, buy that. I'm going to tell you a quick story.
The cost of everything now.
Yeah.
Right? To furnish bags and pads and pencils and covers to books and all the rest of these things that you need for the kids to start school could be $50, $60 each
Yeah.
kid.
Yep.
just to get ready for opening day. And if you got 3 or 4 kids, that's really significant.
Yeah, well, and that is all. I mean, yeah, the American Legion Post 85. That's what we do at 870 River Street. We tell people bring your things down there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
hey, look, even if you can only afford to go out and buy a notebook, if
It'll
if
contribute.
50 people buy one notebook, that's 50 notebooks that are going to go out to kids that need it. You know,
Exactly, right.
and the quick story I want to tell is that and this really touched my heart last year. The Ladies Auxiliary also did a Christmas party at one of the local public schools last year. And they handed out gifts to like 3rd and 4th graders that were there. And there was this one 4th grade little boy that they gave him his gift, and one of the Ladies Auxiliary ladies went up to the little boy and says, you can open that gift now. And he said, no, he said, I'd rather save it for Christmas just in case I don't have anything to open up.
Wow.
I mean, when you hear that,
Yeah.
I don't know, I had tears in my eyes personally hearing
Exactly.
that. It's like, you don't think it's happening in a city.
Well, we all thought when we were growing up that we were going to eradicate that. But it's always been around. There are people who are just getting by. And then the festivals and fairs and opening day for school, those things are extras outside of the budget.
And that's why, I appreciate coming on with you guys, every Friday, because I don't want the people out there to think that, okay, all they care about is veterans and American Legion, which we do. I mean, that's our primary source. We help our veterans.
But
But
there's a reason why the veterans are veterans, because they went to protect everyone else, and everyone else is the community. And so you come back and you serve the community again.
Yes.
You served it in the military. Now
absolutely.
you're serving it again as a civilian.
absolutely, and we so appreciate.
I get it.
That's good. I'm happy for that. And but I don't want people to think, okay, yeah, we just dropped it off there. They don't care. No, don't even think like that. We so appreciate the community helping us out, and we try to do things down there that are not only veteran oriented, like with the courtesy vehicle we run to bring veterans to their medical appointments, but we've got the Eternal Flame Memorial up there, and that's another thing I want people to be aware of too. If you want to come out to a really, really great dedication we're going to have, that's going to be on October the 20th. We're going to do a Vietnam War dedication up there with a plaque and on one of the stone pillars we have up there. We got 4 or 5 empty ones, so we're just going to keep going. We're going to do Vietnam veterans on October 20th. That's all open to the public. We got some dignitaries. We're going to have some. We're hoping to have some Cobra helicopter flyovers, which
Ooh, that'd be
yep,
something.
So all that's kind of being put together now. So put that date down, October 20th. I know it's a
If
ways
anybody
off.
can do it,
but-
you can do it. You got the flyovers for the first dedication of the flame itself.
Yeah, we did. So we got some wonderful people working on those projects. But I guess overall, I just want to say, come on down and support our American Legion Post 85 down there. We truly, truly appreciate any support you can give us. And that's pretty much my spiel for this Friday.
Nice report,
right.
Rich. Nice report.
Take another couple of bucks out of petty cash, okay?
Yeah, sure,
what?
absolutely.
Well, you never know what they can use down there at the post.
All right.
All right, we'll take a break right now here in the Coffee and program, and this portion of Coffee and is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspapers,
I
which
have Valley
Dave happens
Breezes
to
right
have
here.
in his hands. So,
I do. And folks, I held in my hand a copy of the Valley Breeze newspaper, Cumberland and Lincoln edition. And I'm just going to give you an idea of some of the stories that you can read over the weekend in the Valley Breeze that I think you'll find interesting. Like, for instance, over in Cumberland, they have the revived door-to-door sales law, which aims to close some loopholes. I guess there's been some complaints to Mayor Mutter about people going door-to-door trying to sell stuff, and are they credentialed? Are they up? Are they for real? Are they on the up and up? That sort of thing. Also, Sophia Barr has I love history, of course, and it's a great story in here from Sophia that she went and did some research on. The Valley Falls train station is pictured here. But remember, in 1853, which was a long time ago, in 1853, there was an enormous crash of trains in Valley Falls, and people lost their lives. And I remember hearing about that, and it was, of course, a long time ago. But what it did is it was another step into standardizing time. You know how you have Eastern time and Western time, well, not but Pacific time, and of course Central and Mountain and stuff like that, and Greenwich Mean Time. None of that existed in the middle of the 1800s. It came about because of railroad trains, because they had to know what time every other town thought it was. So that they could work out a grid so that they wouldn't have
a train schedule.
This train problem was a result of non-standardized time, where one community thought it was 10 minutes after, the other community thought it was right on the top of the hour, and they're all on the same track, and they're thinking that they've got the track to themselves because they left at the right time.
Yep.
And so anyway, but big story there. So read that up. Also, Sophia Barr writes that over in Lincoln they have a new town planner, and the name is Stephanie Davies. Nice picture of Ms. Davies there too as well. Let's pick up the Woonsocket, North Smithfield, and Blackstone edition of the Valley Breeze. North Smithfield is considering a switch to a manager form of leadership. In other words, the town administrator is very much like a mayor. They're elected and things like that in North Smithfield. That's a careless way of explaining it, but you get the idea. Now they want to have, like Boroville has, a town manager where you elect your town council, and then they hire a professional manager to run the place day to day and report to them, and they make all the decisions. I know that one person who wanted to run for mayor of Woonsocket was proposing that for Woonsocket. And I guess it's something that you can discuss and like that. But they're talking about it in North Smithfield, and then they say, wait, it's not as simple as you think.
Well, no.
So there's a story on that again.
There's
Corey
your-
Plant writes that
There's
story.
your pros and cons to it.
Exactly, right. The
so
Valley
that's-
Breeze staff all collaborated for a really great nostalgic look at the payphone in the Blackstone Valley. The fact that there were over 2 million payphones when the year 2000 came about. And then
What are we down to,
18
2?
years later, we're down to 100,000 from 2 million.
Wow.
Excuse me. And now I think we've got 2 in Rhode Island. Something like that. Anyway, so the nice story there. And then up on top, this is another heartwarming story. And there's a story behind the story on a lot of different stories. But we have Justine and Rico Healy have opened up a new shop, Bacon and Beans. And I can't wait to stop by here because I think it's really great. They have a location on Cass Avenue in Woonsocket. Where, you ask?
Where?
I'll tell you. Remember where Rick's was? The bar right up the street,
Yes.
right on the same sidewalk as Landmark Medical Center, just a half a block up the street. There had been, for a number of years, problems, and the owners of Rick's tried
Farm
everything
Grill.
in the world to try to keep control of the people who were their patrons. But
tough.
it's a residential area, and the patrons, not all of the patrons obviously, but a few of the patrons made pests of themselves in the neighborhood. And the neighbors would come and talk to the city council and stuff like that, and they just went, they tried everything they could think of to control it, but they finally gave up now, and they've sold the place. And Bacon and Beans is there where Rick's used to be at 297 Cass Avenue. Nice story on it in the Valley Breeze, plus some great ads from some great local businesses. The Valley Breeze newspapers, free where you shop every Thursday.
Hi, this is John Ward, candidate for mayor of Woonsocket. My campaign has started. I've already met many of you while walking the city. You understand what's been happening to our city and want change. I do too. I'm asking for your vote on primary day, Tuesday, September the 10th. Every single vote on September the 10th will be important. I hope you'll visit my website, wardformayor.org. Learn about the issues and my plan to turn things around. Let's get past this failed and embarrassing administration. Ours is a citizens campaign. Every $5, $10, or $20 donation can help. Wardformayor.org is the place to join me. I think Woonsocket needs a fresh start. You do too. Our city mismanagement is shameful. Woonsocket must take a new direction where experience and integrity matter, where you matter. I'm John Ward, candidate for mayor, and I respectfully ask for your vote. Let's turn our city around together. Thank you.
Paid for by Friends of John Wall.
When you're out enjoying Rhode Island's great outdoors, remember these 3 steps to prevent Lyme disease. Repel, check, and remove. To repel ticks, use bug spray with at least 20% DEET. When you get inside, do a full body tick check. Be sure to check your kids and pets too. If you find a tick, remove it with tweezers. Remember, repel, check, and remove. For more tick-free Rhode Island tips, visit health.ri.gov/ticks. Brought to you by the Rhode Island Department of Health and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Only 2 nights left. It's the 2024 Holy Trinity Parish Carnival on the parish grounds at Park Square in Woonsocket today through Saturday night. Relive memories, make new ones. Starts at 6 p.m. each night. Plus, a ride all the rides, pay one price matinee tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 5. All your favorite parish games and Rockwell Amusements nightly. Great food with Cuisine Ronaldo with all your carnival favorites, including dynamites and sausage sandwiches, plus Spanish cuisine and food trucks, alien ice, and bugged out barbecue. Classroom bingo. Follow the signs in back of the big slide. Plus, live entertainment with the Bad Habits Band. Get your tickets now for the big drawings of $500 worth of Rhode Island lottery tickets and split the pot 50-50. Drawing live on the radio Saturday night at 10 p.m. It's 2 more nights and 1 great afternoon of summertime fun at the Holy Trinity Parish Festival, ending tomorrow night. Don't miss it.
It's Coffee and on ONAM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards, and Rich Elaine is with us as well. Over in Cumberland, the governor was over there, and he's launching a new.
There, silly.
I know, and that's why he was over there. But he was launching a new program called Power Up Rhode Island. The initiative is offering incentives to Rhode Island residents and landlords to install electric vehicle charging infrastructure on residential properties.
Yeah,
they just want you to have an EV car, and we got to have charging stations if we're just going to have EV cars. So they want it to be charging be more convenient and accessible for Rhode Island residents.
What bugs me about this, Joe, is people know my general attitude toward government, programs.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to give you money, you're going to owe them.
Yep.
And there's going to be a quid pro quo down the road. At the very least, what I fear, and I'm going to put it just that way because I could be wrong, but gosh darn it, it happens so frequently, I don't think I am. They're going to require people to have charging stations at parking places, require landlords to provide electrical circuits for the charging of EV cars and stuff like that. And you just know where this is going because it all comes from the agenda of those who seek change for change's own purpose. Mm-hmm. And I get it. That's their feelings. They feel that that's the right thing for the world. I don't completely agree, but we got to get along with everybody the best way we can. And so that makes a disagreement. What I'm concerned about is when they do this and they start doling out the federal money. You know, a few people are going to go and do this thing, and the next thing you know, well, not enough people are doing it. We gave them money to do it, so now we're going to pass a law. And we've just seen it happen so often.
Yeah.
Unfunded mandates. After they give you some money, a little taste, now it's going to be unfunded mandate. I just fear that coming. That's my 2 cents on it.
You think about the same thing, Rich?
Now, I just think I want to keep my gas-run vehicle. That's what I think. You know,
Yeah.
the thing
It's
is,
not
I go
gonna-
to...
Not going to be easy, pal.
Well, I know it. What did I thought I
It's
saw
going to
a
be about
report-
as easy as going down to the store and picking up an incandescent light bulb.
You know, the thing is, I think I saw a report the other day that they said they want 50% of new cars by the year 2030
Which
to
is
be
soon.
EVs.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. That's less than 6 years away.
Right.
And the
first of
electric
all, the
companies
millions
are
of-
licking their chops. They can't wait.
The millions of auto workers that are going to lose jobs over this because people can't afford to buy these electric
A lot of people don't get how much electricity, how many little electrons, how many billions of electrons have to go through a wire to charge up a car battery.
Hey,
It's a lot, friends, and the deal is this. Okay, now you've got a house and it's got a 200 amp service on it, and you're going to take 30 amps and put it just into the charging of the vehicle.
Oh, they want you to buy something else just to charge your car.
Well, that's
don't
true.
tap into the house. Tap into this.
And have your own meter on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now it's another deposit to the electrical company
Yes.
because you got another meter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is going down a slippery slope. So it's not. It's it's not as simple as it looks. It's not as benign as it looks.
Yeah.
This
It
this
sounds
stuff
great,
going
but-
on behind the scenes in people's minds, and
even
I'm
if-
worried about
And
it.
even if you don't want to get involved with that part of it, as far as like breaking down how much electricity and this and that, here's the way I look at it. Just as a simple person, like just as a person.
Well, you look simple to me.
I am, believe me. I get in my car at least 3 or 4 times a year, and I drive down to Virginia.
Yeah.
And that ride is a little bit over 500 miles.
Right.
Where's the charging station?
Now, I personally
Right.
would rather stop for 10 minutes, grab a cup of coffee, and fill my gas tank up and continue my
Then
ride.
wait for 45 minutes for your battery to charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come
It's
on.
not quick.
Come on. There was a thing on TV, had to be 6 or 7 months ago, I was watching, that a guy with a heavy-duty pickup truck hauling a camper behind it
Right.
was saying that on a full charge in the battery on his pickup truck, he could only go something like 95 miles
Because it's towing.
on the truck with
Right.
the truck with the electric vehicle.
Sure.
For the pickup truck. I'm saying, look, if you want one of those vehicles, absolutely go buy one. Have it available. But come on, don't take away my gas. Give me a choice.
Yeah.
We're not ready to go deep into that right away.
We have. What's that?
Well, we had the story last week, Rich. There's a police department in California.
Oh, yeah.
Made the big announcement. Had a press
All
release and
electric
everything.
cars, all
Every
patrol cars.
police cruiser is an electric car.
That's wonderful. So you go on a high-speed chase, let's say, up and down the coast of California.
I'm out of a
You
charge.
get 225 miles
I'm
and
done.
your police chase, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Right.
No one else can
and
help
then,
me.
and then your battery doesn't work to tell the
can't radio
headquarters
back.
on the radio, get another car out here.
yeah, I want to see how those battery-operated cars go up in Minnesota. Like when it gets like 30 below
that's
zero.
right.
They don't
That ought to
work.
be lovely.
That's already happened where they don't work. So.
And now I
right.
get the liberal agenda. Remember, I'm the product of a conservative father and an incredibly screaming liberal mother, and so I saw both sides growing up, and I do appreciate it. And there's a quote from Robert F. Kennedy, which I believe Ted delivered at his as a eulogy at his funeral service. Some folks see things as they are and ask why.
Mhm.
I see things as they should be and ask why not. So I get that because that's the basic mantra of people who really, really want to change a lot of things fast. And we call them liberals. It's a label, but labels are just a convenience. It's not evil. It's another point of view. And the problem is the conservatives are screaming at the liberals, geez, consider the unintended consequences of your path to that future. While the liberal folks are so intent on achieving the goal, they don't see the unintended damage that they're causing to others. And there's the big controversy. Don't you agree?
Yes.
When you
And
don't
when
see
I take a
everything,
look
yeah.
at what you just said, we can even bring it into what happened the other day in a boxing ring at the Olympics.
Oh, the man
Yeah.
fighting the woman.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the liberal and the just this far left thing that,
Yeah.
come on, I mean, to me, that Italian lady, the boxer, she, God bless her. I find that you ought to just hand her a gold medal for stepping into the ring.
He's going up against another woman.
Yeah, there's another match today too, not even involving that Algerian. I can't understand how a country, right?
Right.
Could you see the United States of America actually backing one of their athletes? That
Actually,
I don't know. I call it,
can,
and I'm
but-
not trying to offend anybody out there. Hey, if you want to be involved in your own body, whatever you want, God bless you. I mean, do whatever you want with your body, your life. That's up to you.
Keep in mind you only get one, by the way. If you
Yeah,
mess it
but-
up,
but-
you're in
but-
trouble.
Yeah, but believe me, you cannot have male chromosome
Well, they-
athletes
They should have male
competing against women. If you want to
Right.
have that, then have that genre
gotta be
or
a
whatever
third
you
one.
want. Yeah, have a
male
third
athletes, female athletes.
That's correct.
Transgender athletes.
Transgender athlete, any transgender athlete can box any other
Transgender,
transgender
that's just
athlete
the way
or
it's gonna
swim
be.
against them or
Yeah.
anything. But yeah.
All right.
Well,
Just my opinion.
But they don't have enough. So therefore,
There you go.
they're
That's not the
against
opinion of
each
the
other.
American Legion Post 85, by the way. That's just Rich
Right.
Elaine's opinion.
All right. We don't have time to get into anything else, but real quick, a nice story down out of there's a cat a kitten actually in Tennessee. It's got 4 ears, and it's at a shelter. It was found with a bunch of other kittens that are abandoned in a box. So they took it in. They named the cat Audio because it's got 4 ears. They'll take a look at it. They'll monitor him for a few weeks before putting him up for adoption. And they say we're not doing anything to remove the extra ears unless it caused the cat discomfort. Not.
One that was
We
in the
just don't-
drinking water, huh?
I don't know what happened down there, so okay, 4 ears it is. All right, that'll do it for the show. Thank you very much for listening in. Our thanks to Meg Rigo, who joined us a little earlier today, and our thanks to Rich Lane for coming in today. Rich, thank you
Thanks
very
very much. Thanks very much. Have a great day, everyone.
And Dave Richards, thanks for sticking around as well.
hey, it's a whole lot of fun today.
Oh,
Thanks for
yeah.
being here.
Hey, listen, IE tonight, right, with River Island Park and with
Absolutely.
CJ Chenier.
We'll be right there in the TV truck,
That's right.
enjoying it all.
All starts at 6 tonight. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do your members at 9:30 here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
Well, it started yesterday. There's a new contact